Yo, I'm Elijah Ellibert, and welcome to the 25th Factor Beyond the Game. And I'm here with my friend and teammate, four-star All-State safety, Blake Stewart. We're here with Coach Ryan Davis, the defensive coordinator at Woodward Academy. And now we're here with head coach of Woodward Academy, Coach John Hunt. How you doing today, Coach? You narrowed it down to 4 schools, Michigan, Miami, Vanderbilt, and Clemson. So is that something you would want to try to commit to in college? And like, what are his best attributes as a leader and a player?
He kind of inherited their style of leadership, not only to the college coaches, but to the people that were recruiting him, is his versatility, his position versatility. He can not only play nickel, corner, safety, he can be a threat on the offensive side. He also can be a threat in the return game. You know, as a whole, the defense is coming together, and we're excited about what we do. You know, we always pride ourselves on, putting the best guys on the field that's going to help us win.
But how do you feel about this new team going into that stretch?
I feel better going into this season than last.
When you have to fill a big spot like a Josiah or a Jerome or a Landon, what do you look for in kind of the young guys to kind of fill that spot? Yo, I'm Elijah Ellibert, and welcome to the 25th Factor Beyond the Game. And today we have an extremely special episode. We're coming at you live from my backyard where we're hosting the preseason football party. And I'm here with my friend and teammate, 4-star All-State safety, Blake Stewart. How you doing today, Blake?
How you doing, man? I'm good.
Good. You enjoying the party?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I know we needed it after all the 4 corners this week, bro.
Yeah, tired.
Oh, my God. But, like, the last party I went to was your commitment party.
Yeah.
You narrowed it down to 4 schools, Michigan, Miami, Vanderbilt, and Clemson. And you ultimately decided to commit to Clemson.
Yeah.
So what was the factors that kind of went into that decision?
Really, Clemson, it wasn't really like a 4-year decision. It was really like a lifetime decision, really. It helps you like life after football, really. And some has a football career. God forbid, I can always come back to Clemson.
Right.
So, yeah.
Okay. So was there a time where you're on that OV where you like knew like that's where you wanted to go?
Nah, I knew a little bit, but I knew I had to wait because I wanted to go on the rest of my visits, have a little fun, so yeah.
Okay, for sure. And you are a two-way player right now at Woodward, going both ways, go both sides of the ball. So is that something you would want to try to commit to in college?
Yeah, for sure. I definitely want to try it out, but I want to get one position down and then go to the next. So,
okay, yeah, for sure. I feel that. And did you kind of have that talk with the Clemson coaching staff, playing both ways? Now you're going into your senior season at Woodward. Yeah. It's a big season for you. You've been playing at Woodward since your sophomore year. So how do you feel going into this season, and how do you feel like you want to lead this team?
Oh, yeah, I feel great about the team, really. We just been bonding together, really, just really knowing each other like this. This helps a lot, so we can get to know each other throughout the season and just really trust each other. And as a leader, really just encouraging everybody and letting know that everybody is really like a part of the team. They all going to help us out.
Right, okay. So ultimately, you're going to leave this team, and what legacy do you want to feel like you left on this Woodward Academy program?
Really that, like, I did something here. Like, I made a change to the team, helped the team out, because ultimately I want to go to state. So that takes, like, everybody here on the team to help us out. So.
Okay, last year, first game at Woodward was Carrollton. Yeah. Now we going into their home field. How do you feel going into this game, kind of like a revenge game, you know?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I definitely got a chip on my shoulder. Like, we got to beat them because, we lost by, like, this close really last year. So I feel like this year is definitely going to be the team to really beat them and, like, really dominate and show.
Right, because they got us losing to them by 34.
Yeah, that's crazy.
No, that was crazy. That's, like, OD disrespectful. Because, like, the game wasn't even that bad last year.
Yeah.
But
really shocked them.
Right. And because we do have a young team coming in with a lot of new faces, new players. But I do think genuinely that we have that shot to beat them this year. For sure.
Yeah, for sure. Because it's really the same team coming back. So.
Right. Yeah. And speaking of new faces, new team, at the beginning of the year, there was a QB battle. Yeah. It was tense. And one athlete ended up leaving, and now we have a definitive answer of Ryan going into the season. So I know that kind of brings some stability, but how do you feel with Ryan going into fall camp and eventually the season?
I feel great with Ryan. I've been working with Ryan really with both QBs, but I feel like Ryan really going to show who he really is this season, really showcase his, like, skills and talents. But, yeah, I definitely see him taking the lead of this team and really kind of like leading the offense.
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah, because I've known Ryan ever since before he even came to Woodward.
Yeah.
We were working out together for a minute. So, and I've kind of just seen him develop over time.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited what he's gonna do this season.
Yeah, he's definitely gotten better, and he's way bigger. He got
Right,
bigger,
he
so,
got
yeah.
way bigger, and when I first knew him, he couldn't really run the ball like that, and now I'm seeing him progress in the run game as well as his throwing power and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm excited to see what he's gonna do this season.
Oh yeah.
I think that's all we have time for today. I know you want to get back to the party, get back to the court. Yo, we're back. We just finished interviewing Blake, and now we're here with Coach Ryan Davis, the defensive coordinator at Woodward Academy. How you doing today, Coach?
Hey, what's happening? Y'all doing good?
We're doing great. How you enjoying the party?
Oh, lovely occasions. Glad
Yes,
to have
sir.
everybody out. This is a great thing to start off the season, so we're super excited about it.
Of course, yes, sir. Okay, so like I just said, we just finished interviewing Blake, and you've also kind of seen him grow throughout the program from being a sophomore when he first came to now his senior season. So how have you seen him grow, and like what are his best attributes as a leader and a player?
You know, I think the biggest thing with Blake is when he got there, his parents were committed, and they were committed to the process. So when they trusted us to take him in our arms, you know, he grew in the weight room, he learned the program, learned our style, and he continued to compete. And in the trenches of everybody else around him, you know, C.J. Hurds, Christian Harrisons, the Jerome Bettises, all those guys, Josiah Abdullah, he kind of inherited their style of leadership, of just leading by example, doing everything right, taking care of business on the field, taking care of business in the classroom, and making sure he's in a position to lead his team going into his senior year.
Okay, yes, sir. Okay, so on that note, Blake just committed to Clemson, going to play at a huge school for football. So what would you say Blake's biggest skill set is going to the next level?
I think the biggest thing that makes Blake so attractive, not only to the college coaches, but to the people that are recruiting him, is his versatility, his position versatility. He can not only play nickel, corner, safety, he can be a threat on the offensive side. He also can be a threat in the return game. And he's a winner, and he's a competitor. So he can run down on special teams. So his position versatility makes him super attractive for the college coaches. And that's one thing that sold, Clemson on him and many other schools that recruited him, is just the fact that he can do a lot of things and he's versatile to do a lot of things. So that alone just makes him a special player. I feel like he has some Travis Hunter in him. He could be the next Travis Hunter, depending on, if Clemson allows him to do that. But he's very, very skilled. He's probably one of the best skilled athletes that we've had come through Woodward Academy in a very long time. So it's exciting to see what he can do, and this year is going to be special for him.
Okay, yes, sir. Kind of just to transition to the season, of course, we have a big 3-game stretch, first 3 games of the season. And how do you feel like how do you feel about the defense and your expectations for us going into the first 3 games?
Well, when we created the schedule a few years ago, and I think I said it before, we wanted a challenging first half of the season. We wanted it challenging. We wanted it, tough on our guys to be able to compete early on. So as we get later on in the season and as we roll into the playoffs, our kids are prepared for hard and tough games. So, what Carrollton has done over the last few years, what Collins Hill has done over the last few years, and also what Marist has done traditionally just makes it a good opportunity for our kids to go in and step up. As far as the team going forward, we were in all those games last year. The Marist game kind of got out of hand, but those first 2 games, we were in the ball game the whole time. So I don't see that changing. One thing we pride ourselves here is the core of our defense. Our defense is our leader of our team, and we've had good defenses through year in, year out.
Right.
So that doesn't change. It's just a matter of next guy up like yourself, and we're ready to roll and looking excited.
Yes, sir. I'm glad you said next guy up, because that kind of helps me transition to my next question. We lost a few key seniors with Josiah, Jerome, Landon. So what are a few young players that we should be looking out for?
Well, we've been waiting on you for a long time. I've been knowing about you since you were probably like 5th or 6th grade. But we're excited about your transition. You've worked hard. You put the hard work in, and, it's your time to shine. I don't want you to go out there and feel pressured or feel like nervous on the field. Just go out and let it play loose and have fun. The other young guys we're looking forward to is, like your Tory Clarks, and, we got Jack, and we got Rocco, and we got, Bell, and those guys, along with Bryce, and then Blake, and, young Hakeem is looking good. So, as a whole, the defense is coming together, and we're excited about what we do. We always pride ourselves on, putting the best guys on the field that's going to help us win. So you, along with those young guys, set the groundwork for that.
Yes, sir. During the summer workouts, you've seen some of our 7th, 8th grade players.
Yeah.
So what is some advice you'll give to them coming up into high school?
I mean, I think the biggest advice for not only our kids, but any kids that play the game is to trust the process. All right, you have to put in what you want to get out of it. If you're trying to go to the next level, you got to put in next level work. If you're just trying to be a high school player, you still got to put in good work because you want your team to be successful. So the biggest thing I can give you is just trust the process from start to finish. Trust your coaching, trust your training, trust everything you do in the off season, from your nutrition, your prehab, rehab, all that. You have to trust it and put it forth, and that's where you're going to see the true flowers of your result.
Okay, I think that's just about all we have time for today. I know you want to get back to the party, enjoy yourself. So thank you so much, Coach, and we'll see you next time.
Absolutely. I appreciate you guys having it. On behalf of me and the rest of the coaching staff, we just appreciate, what you guys doing. The 25th Factor is exciting. I watch every episode. So if you ain't tuning in, you need to tune in because it's some good stuff, especially you young players that want to know about the brand, want to know about the game. This guy's doing a great thing for the program. So keep your eye in and keep tuned in to 25th Factor.
Hey, yo, we're back again, and now we're here with head coach of Woodward Academy, Coach John Hunt. How you doing today, Coach?
Appreciate
Enjoying the
it.
party?
Absolutely.
Oh, yes, sir. Okay, so we just want to hop right into it. We have a very tough 3 games, first 3 games going into the season. We had the same schedule last year, but how do you feel about this new team going into that stretch?
Actually, I feel better going into this season than last because we were playing so many new players for the very first time last year, and many of those players were taking their very first meaningful snaps at Woodward against the #1 team in the country.
Right.
So that's a tough way to kind of grow and learn as a football player. Now, conversely, the good thing about that this year is they all have some experience under their belt, and they've been in that situation before, and they've had a year to grow and get stronger and gain weight and mature, and so I'm feeling a lot better than I did last year going into that situation, so I'm excited about it.
Okay, yes, sir. And I'm just kind of curious, like, when you have to fill a big spot like a Josiah or a Jerome or a Landon, what do you look for in kind of the young guys to kind of fill that spot?
That's a good question. It's the same thing year and now. We've been blessed to have some good players come through here, and every time one of them graduates, we're like, oh my gosh, what are we going to do?
Right.
And it seems like another young one steps up. And I think that's a credit to the bar that these players in the past have set. They raised it up and it gave the younger players something to strive for. And Josiah and Jerome, for example, were one of those. And Blake played for well for us last year. We got him back this year. But those younger ones, it's not so much what I'm looking for. I think it's those players following the lead of the players before them.
Right.
And to me, I'm just witnessing their growth.
Yes,
you know what I mean? And then, but obviously, then once it's all said and done, we do a lot of those 7-on-7s to find out which players can emerge, under fire, in real game type situations, and it's kind of fun watching them.
Okay, yes, sir. Just one last question for you before we head out. You've been coaching at Woodward for a while. How long have you been coaching here?
14 years. This will be my 15th year.
15th year at
Longest
Woodward.
place I've ever been at.
Okay, yes, sir. So, with you being here so long, and what legacy do you kind of hope to leave on this program?
Well, that's a good question. I really don't, think too deeply about that. I kind of go just on the simple statement. Whenever I leave, I'd like it to be better than when I got there.
Right.
And we've won a bunch of football games, so we've been blessed. But the big thing is I've been blessed with pretty good assistant coach continuity. Got a bunch of great coaches, and so a lot of times I just let them coach and get out of their ways, and that combined with the players that we have here. We've just been pretty good. And to me, though, just kind of want to leave it better than the way I got it.
Yes,
and then each year is just a brand new chapter, so I just take it year by year.
Yes, sir. Okay, that's about all we have time for today. I know you want to get back to the party and enjoy the sun. So thank you, Coach Hunt. I'm Elijah Ellibert. This is 25th Factor, where numbers aren't everything. Okay, who am I here with right now?
Ty.
Give me your full name.
Oh, Tyshawn Baldwin.
Okay, Tyshawn. You were a senior last year. You just left the program. How did you feel last year during your senior season, and what legacy do you think you left?
Senior season was a great season. We didn't end the way we wanted to, but it was definitely a great way to go out. The legacy I left, I think, a lot of the young guys, I think we learned a lot at a DB position. I think we're the best DB corps in the nation, in the country, whatever you want to call it. But, you know what I'm saying? That's all I really think.
Okay. So, being a senior, you know everybody on the team. So, who on the team would you not let date your daughter?
Ooh. I don't know. We got a lot of guys that I'll let date my daughter. I ain't gonna lie. We got a lot of good guys on the team. But if I had to pick one person, it'll probably either be Bryce Woods or Ryan Harrigan. Ain't too much got to be said about that.
All right, thank you. Okay, yo, who am I here with right now?
Langston Hakeem.
Okay, Langston, you are a sophomore going into this year. It's kind of a build-up year for you. So how do you feel going into the season knowing you got 3 huge games ahead of you?
Really just, first year getting to play, first opportunity to get on the field. So, really this year is just proving my point. I belong on the field. I could play with those guys. I could play at the varsity level. So really just proving what I can do to the coaches, college coaches, really to the world. So, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I love that answer. Okay, so you get to know a lot of people on the team. It's a two-way tie right now between 2 people. So who on the team would you not let date your daughter?
Marvin. Can't do it. Not Marvin Dixon.
All right, thank you, Langston. Thank you. Yo, who am I here with right now?
Darion Colston.
Darion, you are new to the Woodward football family.
Yep.
I just want to know, how you gelling with the team so far?
I love it so far. Practice been tough, but I'm going through it.
Oh yeah, I know. You get to know the team a lot, so I just wanted to ask you, who on the football team would you not let date your daughter? Is he here?
Yes, small dress, high top.
Marvin.
Marvin.
Okay, I got you. Marvin. Thank you, Darion. It was great.